Hello, dear DSC candidates. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I'm Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In this video, I'm going to explain all about the most common foreign phrases last part. I therefore request all of you to pay a very good attention to this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request all of you to consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with all your friends who are also going to take the DSC examination along with you very shortly. Thank you so much. Now let's get into the video. Latin phrases. This is the last video in which I'm going to deal with as many as 30 foreign expressions or phrases, and at the end of this video I'm also going to give you a small test consisting of 30 or 35 questions. Please listen to this video very carefully, and also the second video, because the exercise I'm going to give you is based on the second and this third video, the last video, and therefore I request all of you to pay a very good attention to this 31st foreign phrase, vice versa. Vice versa. So you have to say it for 5 times whenever you learn the pronunciation of the foreign phrases. Okay, vice versa. Vice versa means what? The other way round. Okay, the other way round. Okay, the other way round. Or you can also say conversely. Conversely means e to the a to the e to, something like that. Vice versa. Right. One example I would like to give you to make you understand this foreign phrase. Change these sentences from active to passive and vice versa. You need not again say passive to active and all that. So once you have said like this, from active to passive, so this is what you have said. Now vice versa means again from passive to active. That is the meaning it conveys. So the other way around. Right. And you go to the next example. He doesn't trust me. He doesn't trust me, and vice versa. So that means he doesn't trust me and I don't trust him. That is vice versa means I don't trust him. Atadu nannu nammadu, nenu atani nammanu, and vice versa means nenu atani nammanu. This point is understood from this foreign phrase vice versa. So this is all about vice versa, and you know that very well. You move on to the next one. Ad infinitum. Ad infinitum. Ad infinitum means to infinity. Okay, to infinity or endlessly. Okay, endlessly, that is the meaning. So anantamuga, antamuleni vidamuga, something like that. Ad infinitum. One or two examples I would like to give you to make you understand this foreign phrase. The arguments went on ad infinitum. Ad infinitum means endlessly, without any end, without any stop, and so on. Right. Next is example. He repeats the same story ad infinitum. That means to infinity or endlessly. So he keeps on what is that, repeating the same story endlessly, without any stop, without any end. So that is the meaning of this ad infinitum. And you move on to the next one. 33rd one is sine qua non. Sine qua non. Sine qua non means what? Sine qua non means an essential condition. Okay, an essential condition. Okay, an essential condition, a very important condition. So let me give you one example to make you understand this. Discipline is the sine qua non of success. So that means for success, this discipline is an essential condition. Sine qua non. Sine qua non means an essential condition. So for success, this discipline is a sine qua non. And you go to the next one. Trust is a sine qua non in any relationship. So in any relationship, this trust is sine qua non. Sine qua non means an essential condition. So in this way, it's a beautiful foreign phrase. Please keep these foreign phrases in your mind. And now let's move on to learn about other important foreign phrases. 34th one, mea culpa. Mea culpa. L is silent, please. Mea culpa. Say it for 5 times at home. Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa. Then what do you mean by this mea culpa? Mea culpa means an apology. Okay, an apology. Kshamapana, something like that. That means the act of admitting one's fault, the act of acknowledging one's fault. తన తప్పిదాన్ని ఒప్పుకోవడం అంటే క్షమాపణ వేడుకోవడమే కదా. తప్పును ఒప్పుకుంటున్నావు మీన్స్ యు ఆర్ apologizing to somebody, right? So an apology, directly speaking. One or two examples I would like to give you here to make you understand this. He admitted it with a mea culpa. So with a mea culpa, that means with an apology, he admitted his, it means here his guilt or his fault or his error, whatever it may be. So he admitted his fault, he admitted his error, he admitted his guilt with a mea culpa, right? And one more example I would like to give you here. Saying mea culpa is the first step toward reconciliation. Reconciliation means compromise. So if you want to compromise with your friends or with your neighbors, so this is saying mea culpa is the first step. So this saying mea culpa, saying apology, is the first step. Okay, so in this way, this mea culpa is a beautiful foreign phrase. Please learn it by heart. You move on to the next one. Persona non grata. Persona non grata. Persona non grata. Now persona non grata means a person, okay, person who is unacceptable, okay, unacceptable or unwelcome. Unwelcome. So this is the meaning of this persona non grata. So very recently what happened, the Indian government has declared the Pakistan embassy officials persona non grata. Persona non grata means not acceptable and not welcome officers in this country. That means they are not welcome people, they are not acceptable people in this country, means they must leave this country, they must go back to their country. That is the meaning. So immediately after that Pahalgam incident, the Pakistani embassy officials were declared by the Indian government persona non grata. You know that very well. That means they are all unacceptable and unwelcome people, okay, to our country. One or two examples I would like to give you here. After the scandal, after the scam or scandal, he became persona non grata. After the scandal, that gentleman became persona non grata. He became an unacceptable and unwelcome person in that office or in that company. ఆ స్కాండల్ అయిన తర్వాత అతడు ఆ కంపెనీలో లేదా ఆఫీసులో ఒక అన్వెల్కమ్ పర్సన్ లాగా, ఒక అన్యాక్సెప్టబుల్ పర్సన్ లాగా మారిపోయాడు. సో దట్ ఈస్ దట్. That means he became persona non grata. And here you pay attention, she was declared persona non grata at the embassy. At the embassy, what happened? She was declared persona non grata, means unacceptable and unwelcome person of that embassy. So in this way, this is a very beautiful foreign phrase, and which has become very popular after this Pahalgam incident. Okay, and pay very good attention to this, and it might be given in your examination this time, persona non grata. And go to the next one, 36th one, postmortem. Postmortem. Postmortem means what? After death. Everybody knows about this. After death. So after death, some report is given how the person committed suicide and how he was killed and all that. So the doctors will prepare that report. So to prepare that report, postmortem report, you know, they examine the dead body. So after examining the dead body, they give the postmortem report. So the examination of the dead body is called postmortem. అమెరికన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ లో అయినట్టయితే అటాప్సీ అని కూడా అంటారు. ఓకే, అండ్ హియర్ యు పే అటెన్షన్. ఏ పోస్ట్ మార్టం రివీల్డ్. A postmortem means the postmortem report revealed the cause of death. The postmortem means the examination of the dead body revealed the cause of death. Whenever the postmortem is performed on the dead body, so that reveals the causes for the death of that person. Okay, and here the postmortem, the examination of the dead body revealed the cause of death. And here one more example is given. The team did a postmortem of the failed mission. So postmortem, again, that means, here postmortem means the examination of a dead body that is there, and postmortem means the examination of the entire you can say process by which they faced some failure. ఓటమిని ఎదుర్కొన్నప్పుడు అసలు ఈ ఓటమి ఎలా జరిగింది అనేది మొత్తం ఏ టు జెడ్ అసలు ఆ ప్లేయర్స్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్న కానుంచి ఆ ఓటమి వరకు అదంతా క్షుణ్ణంగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయడాన్ని దిట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ అగైన్ పోస్ట్ మార్టం. దాన్ని కూడా పోస్ట్ మార్టం అంటారు. ఆ టీమును వాళ్ళే పోస్ట్ మార్టం చేసుకున్నారు. పోస్ట్ మార్టం అంటే వాళ్ళు తమను తామే పరీక్షించుకున్నారు. ఎందుకు తప్పు జరిగింది, ఎందుకు ఓడిపోయాము, ఎక్కడ తప్పు జరిగింది. సో ఆల్ సచ్ థింగ్స్. ఓకే, ఇట్స్ ఆల్ రైట్. ద టీమ్ డిడ్ ఏ పోస్ట్ మార్టం ఆఫ్ ద ఫెయిల్డ్ మిషన్, రైట్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ ద పోస్ట్ మార్టం, రైట్. అండ్ యూ మూవ్ ఆన్ టు ద అదర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ foreign phrases. 37th one is sub judice. 37th one, sub judice. Sub judice means under judicial consideration. Under judicial consideration, under judicial purview or jurisdiction or so on. Let me give you one or two examples to make you understand the meaning of this. The matter is sub judice. That means it is under judicial consideration. It is under judicial purview. It is under judicial what is that network, or it is under judicial control. Okay, under judicial control, and therefore no comments can be made. When therefore the political leaders and others they don't make comments on that case which is pending before the court. కోర్టులో ఉన్నటువంటి కేసు గురించి ఎవరు బయట మాట్లాడడానికి వీల్లేదు, బికాస్ దట్ కేస్ ఈజ్ సబ్ జుడిస్, that is under judicial consideration. So that's why the political leaders will say the matter is sub judice. That means the matter is under judicial consideration, therefore no comments can be made, right? One more example I would like to give you. Since the case is sub judice, the media must remain silent. The same example. So since the case is under sub judice, no media person should make any comments on that case. They must remain silent. So that is the meaning of this sub judice. Very beautiful foreign phrase. And now we move on to the next one. Tabula rasa. Tabula rasa. Za, not rasa sa, but rasa za. So tabula rasa. Tabula rasa means a clean slate. A clean slate. If you observe the slate on which nothing is written, how does it look? It looks very clean and all that. So here a clean slate is called. That means something that is existing in the original pristine state. Original pristine state. అంటే కల్మషము లేనటువంటి, కలంకము లేనటువంటి ఆ పరిస్థితిలో ఒక వస్తువు ఉంటే దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ tabula rasa, right? And here the team did not have a tabula rasa from which to work. So they did not have a tabula rasa. That means the team did not have a clean state of affairs or matters from which they have to work, because several bad things have taken place. Several teammates have entered the team through slide door and all that, okay, to slyway and all that. So that is there, and that's why tabula rasa. The children are often seen as a tabula rasa in education. In education, what happens the children are said to be a clean slate. They are very innocent, they are very pure, they are immaculate. కల్మషం లేని, కలంకం లేని చదువుల పిల్లలు ఎలా ఉంటారు, నిష్కల్మషంగా. ఏ క్లీన్ స్లేట్, స్లేట్ అంటే పలక, క్లీన్ స్లేట్ ఎలా ఉంటుందో అలా ఉంటారు, నిర్మలమైన కల్మషం లేని విధంగా ఉంటారు. సో హియర్ చిల్డ్రన్ ఆర్ ఆఫెన్ సీన్ యాజ్ ఎ tabula rasa in education. So in this way this is a foreign expression, foreign phrase. And you move on to the next one. Vox populi. Vox populi. Vox populi means the voice of the people. The voice of the people. The voice of the people. So vox populi, it's a very important one. Vox populi, right? And here politicians should listen to the vox populi. That means the voice of the people. Whatever the people are asking him to do, that he has to listen to it, and he must try to do that for the sake of the people. And that's why politicians should listen to the vox populi, right? You go to the next one. The protests were a clear sign of the vox populi. So in the USA nowadays, you can find some rallies going on. Okay, some protests are going on. They are all a sign of vox populi. Vox populi means the voice of the people. Okay, that is, they're all, the protests are nothing but the voice of the people. అలజడులన్నీ కూడాను ప్రజల యొక్క వాయిసే కదా. The protests were a clear sign of the vox populi, the voice of the people. So here, vox populi is a beautiful foreign phrase. Keep this in your mind. Subjudice is also a very important one. Now, let's move on to learn about other important foreign phrases. 40th one, in camera. In camera means in camera. Camera means in secret. Okay, in secret. Okay, in secret or in private also you can say. In private. Okay, rahasyanga, private ga, something like that. In camera. The hearing was held in camera. Hearing means what? Not our hearing, but in the court, the arguments are called hearing between the plaintiff and the defendant. So that is called hearing. Okay, the procedure of the case is called hearing. So the hearing in the court was held in camera, because sometimes some cruel terrorists will have to be tried in the court. So then people are not allowed into the court hall, and that's why such cases will be held in camera. Okay, camera means in private or in secret, rahasyanga. Okay, and here sensitive discussions were conducted in camera. Sensitive discussions means some very serious and important. After this Pahalgam incident, Narendra Modi ji is holding meetings with all the main top leaders of the top officials of the Air Force, Naval Force, and Army and all that. So he is holding the discussions and the conversations in camera. Very secretly he is holding all of them, because the information should not be leaked out, and that's why certain important things are conducted in camera. So certain important sensitive discussion means most important discussions were conducted in camera. In camera means in secret or in private. Now you move on to the next one. French, German and Greek phrases. So far you have seen only Latin phrases, and now French phrases, German and Greek phrases you are going to see. And here you pay attention. 41st one, nom de plume. Nom de plume. Nom de plume means, in other words, pen name. Okay, pen name, kalam peru, something like that, pen name. Okay, and here you know very well, one beautiful example is given. Mark Twain is the nom de plume of Samuel Clemens. Samuel Clemens is the original name of this Mark Twain, and Mark Twain is the pen name of this Samuel Clemens. And many Telugu poets also have some pen names. There are so many Telugu poets, Telugu writers who have written under the pen names, very well. And here, Mark Twain is the pen name of Samuel Clemens. Okay, pen name, very kalam peru. Okay, she writes thrillers under a nom de plume. A nom de plume. Okay, and it's a pen name. You go to the next one, and the 42nd one here is Juada Vivra. Juada Vivra. Jvada Vivra means joy of living. This is somewhat difficult. Please say it for 5 times. Jvada Vivra. Jvada Vivra. Jvada Vivra. Jvada Vivra. Jvada Vivra. If you say it for 4 or 5 times, what happens? Your tongue will be twisted to pronounce that phrase, and you can easily pronounce it afterwards. So we please practice that. Okay, don't learn all of them just for the sake of your DS examination, but even for your other examinations also. After becoming a teacher, if you teach all these things to your good students, they praise you a lot, they remember you a lot, and they love you very much, because you must teach them certain new things. If they learn all these things, what wrong is there in it? Nothing. So that's why all these things will become very, very useful and helpful for you after you become a teacher also. So that's why not only for the DS examination, but also after the DS examination, they might come to your rescue, they might help you a lot, and that's why you just learn all of them by heart. Jvada Vivra. జ్వాద వీవ్ర. జ్వాద వీవ్ర మీన్స్ joy of living, జీవించేటటువంటి ఆనందము, సౌఖ్యము, సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్. అండ్ హియర్ యు pay attention, her జ్వాద వీవ్ర is infectious. Her joy of living is infectious means she is living a very happy life, hilarious life, cheerful life, and that becomes infectious. That means, just as an infectious disease spreads from one person to another person, her joy of living is also spreading from her to others. So that's why, here the sentence is like this: her jvada vivra is infectious, her joy of living is infectious. And you go to the next one: he always dances with such a jvada vivra. He always dances with such joy of living. Joy of living means jvada vivra. Right. So these are all very important foreign phrases. And now you move on to learn about other important foreign phrases. 43rd one, tour de force. Tour de force. Tour de force means what? A masterly performance. Masterly performance. A masterly performance. So it's a wonderful performance. Okay. Wonderful exhibition, display. Okay. Pradarshana, something like that. And here you pay attention. The movie was a tour de force of the novel. A tour de force of the novel means a masterly performance of this novel. The novel was performed wonderfully. Okay, so this movie was what? The tour de force of the novel. ఈ నవల యొక్క ఉత్తమోత్తమమైనటువంటి ప్రదర్శన. So something like that. And you go to the next one. His speech was a rhetorical tour de force. Rhetorical means high sounding or flowery masterly performance. That means, his speech was wonderful and everybody listened to him with rapt attention. తదేకమై, లీనమై అలాగా విన్నారు. అంటే ఆయన స్పీచ్ ఎంత మధురాతి మధురంగా ఉండాలి. సో దట్ ఈస్ దేర్. సో హిజ్ స్పీచ్ వాజ్ ఏ rhetorical means హై సౌండింగ్ ఆర్ ఫ్లవరీ, గొప్ప గొప్ప మాటలతో చేయబడిన స్పీచ్. ఇట్ వాజ్ వాట్? టూర్ డి ఫోర్స్. ఆటోమేటికలీ ఇట్ వాజ్ ఎ మాస్టర్లీ పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్. దట్ మీన్స్ ఇట్స్ ఎ వండర్ఫుల్ ఎగ్జిబిషన్. ఓకే, it was a wonderful display of the speech. Okay, and this is all about tour de force. 44th one, laissez-faire. Laissez-faire means let it be. Let it be means when something is there, let it be like that only. Don't interfere with it and all that. So that means, in other words, non-interference. Non-interference. Non-interference means జోక్య రహితము, జోక్యం చేసుకొనకపోవుట. So laissez-faire means, it is a kind of doctrine which opposes the interference of the government in the economic matters of some company or some office and all that. Of course, the government's interference must be there, but it should be minimal. It should be minimum, but it should not. The government should not get involved in the economic matters of a company too much. ఒక కంపెనీ, ఒక సంస్థ యొక్క వ్యవహారాల్లో అధికంగా తలదూర్చొద్దు. మినిమం ఓకే, కానీ మ్యాక్సిమం వద్దు. సో దట్ మీన్స్ నాన్ ఇంటర్ఫిరెన్స్. సో laissez-faire means నాన్ ఇంటర్ఫిరెన్స్ or let it be. So here you pay attention. I'll give you two examples. The company has laissez-faire approach to management. So this company has a laissez-faire, non-interference approach to management. That means, management interference is not there. Management will not get involved in the activities of that company. Let the company go as it is. Some companies, the management will be interfering with the activities of that company too much. So that is not the correct thing. So here the company has a laissez-faire approach to management. Okay, non-interference approach, and he has a laissez-faire attitude to life. So laissez-faire attitude means non-interference attitude to life. That means, in his life nobody should interfere. కొందరు అనవసరంగా కొందరు జీవితాల్లో జోక్యం చేసుకుంటారు. బట్ సమ్ పీపుల్ డోంట్ లైక్ దట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్ఫియరెన్స్ బై అవుట్ సైడర్స్. నీ జీవితంలో పక్కోడు జోక్యం చేసుకోవడం ఏమిటి? సో నో బడీ షుడ్ ఇంటర్ఫియర్ విత్ యువర్ అఫైర్స్, విత్ యువర్ లైఫ్ అండ్ ఆల్ దట్. సో దేర్ షుడ్ బి నాన్ ఇంటర్ఫియరెన్స్ ఇన్ యువర్ లైఫ్. సో ఎవ్రీబడి లైక్స్ ద నాన్ ఇంటర్ఫియరెన్స్ ఆఫ్ అదర్స్ ఇన్ యువర్ లైఫ్. సో హియర్ హీ హ్యాస్ ఎ laissez-faire attitude to life. అతనికి జీవితంలో ఇతరుల యొక్క జోక్యమును ఇష్టపడేటువంటి వైఖరి కలిగి ఉన్నాడు. సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్. And you move on to the next one, 45th one, en masse. Don't say en masse. En masse means all together. Okay, all together, all together, andaru. Here you pay attention. The students left the class en masse after the lecture. After the lecture, what happens? All the students will go out of the class all together in a group. In other words, you can say in a group, in a body, ఒక గుంపుగా. So all together or in a group. So en masse means that is there. And the fans rushed en masse into the stadium when they found their most beloved hero, football hero in the playground. What happened? All the spectators ran into the stadium, into the en masse, ఒక్కసారి all together. All the spectators ran to the stadium. How? En masse, all together. అందరు ఒక్కటే కలిసి కట్టుకొని ఆ స్టేడియంలోకి పరుగు తీశారు. సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్. ద ఫ్యాన్స్ రష్డ్ en masse into the stadium. So these are all very important foreign phrases. Now you move on to learn about other important foreign phrases. 46th one, arwire. 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 Arwire means what? Arwire means goodbye. Goodbye. You say goodbye to your friends, your relatives and all that. Okay, that's called arwire, means goodbye. So here you make use of this arwire. Arwire means goodbye. So she waved and said arwire. She waved and said goodbye. Okay, so very simple and very easy. And you go to the next one. It is not a farewell, just arwire. Okay, it is not a farewell. It's not a farewell, but it is just a goodbye. And you go to 47th one, bon voyage. Bon voyage. Bon voyage. Bon voyage means happy trip. Have a happy trip. Have a happy trip or happy journey, whatever you can call it. Have a happy trip or have a happy journey. Bon voyage. Okay, and we wished her bon voyage before her flight. So before her flight means before she left for some other place by flight, we wished her bon voyage. Okay, bon voyage means have a happy journey. She sent him a card that says bon voyage. So send him a card that says bon voyage. Bon voyage means have a happy trip or journey. Okay, and everybody knows about this. Suppose your friend is giving for the USA. Okay, for higher studies, then what do you say? Okay, you say bon voyage or happy journey. If you want to say it in English, you say happy journey. But if you want to make use of this foreign expression, you say bon voyage. 48th one, Zeitgeist. It's a German phrase. Okay, and a Zeitgeist. Zeitgeist means the spirit of the times. The spirit of the times. Okay, the spirit of the times. ఆ కాలం యొక్క దాని యొక్క స్పిరిట్, ఆ కాలం యొక్క స్పిరిట్, దాని యొక్క spirit. What do you say in Telugu? You try to understand that spirit of the times. Okay, and the film captures the zeitgeist of the 90s. So you have seen Bhairava Dweepam. Okay, it's a beautiful film of Balakrishna, and in that you can find the atmosphere. Okay, you can say spirit of the olden days when kings lived. Okay, and kings and kingdoms lived. రాజులు రాజ్యాలు నివసించినటువంటి ఆ కాలం యొక్క అంటే that movie is representing the spirit of those times. అవునా? That means the movie has captured the zeitgeist of those days, of the ancient times. ఆ పూర్వకాలపు ఆ స్పిరిట్ను ఆ సినిమా క్యాచ్ చేసింది. దేర్ ఫోర్ దేర్ డ్రెస్సింగ్స్, their settings, the building and everything will be as per the olden days, ancient times. అక్కడ అంత రాజుల కాలంలోకి వెళ్ళిపోయిన ఫీలింగ్ కలుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ దట్. సో నౌ ఐ థింక్ యూ హ్యావ్ అండర్స్టూడ్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ ది స్పిరిట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్స్. ఆ కాలము నాటి స్పిరిట్. The film captures the zeitgeist of the 90s. Okay, and here that book reflects the zeitgeist of this era. And zeitgeist, so the spirit of the times. The book reflects the zeitgeist of its era. So zeitgeist means the spirit of the time, the spirit of the era. And now let's move on to learn about other important foreign phrases. So here 49th one, cliche. Okay, cliche means what? An idea or some expression used by many people, చాలా మంది వాడినటువంటి, పదే పదే వాడినటువంటి ఒక ఐడియాను కానీ ఒక ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ కానీ క్లిషే అంటారు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ సినిమాలలో చాలాసార్లు వింటుంటారు, వాట్ నాన్ సెన్స్ ఆర్ యూ టాకింగ్, వాట్ నాన్ సెన్స్ ఆర్ యూ టాకింగ్, వాట్ నాన్ సెన్స్ యు ఆర్ టాకింగ్, సంబడి విల్ సే వాట్ నాన్ సెన్స్ ఆర్ యూ టాకింగ్, what is the right one, what nonsense are you talking is the right one, you know that very well, but most of the people make use of this. Alage on some media, you know, you find appudu prajalandaru chiguru taakulaga vanikaru, chiguru taakulaga vanikaru, something like that. This phrase is used extensively by the media people and here and there. Okay, bhukampam vachinappudu akkada prajalandaru chiguru taakulaga vanikaru, so it's an expression used by many people. సో అట్లాంటి అందరూ విరివిగా వాడినటువంటి ఆ ఐడియాను కానీ ఆ మాటల సముదాయమును కానీ, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ క్లిషే. That is there, right? And here you pay attention, the ending was a romantic cliche. So ending was always a romantic cliche. What happens, you know, in those days, you know, at the end of the movie, the hero heroine used to get married. హీరో ఆమె మెడలో తాళి కట్టేటటువంటి సీన్, ఒక పెళ్లి సీన్ తప్పనిసరిగా ఉండేది ఆ రోజుల్లో. మా చిన్నతనాన ఓల్డ్ సినిమాలలో అట్లనే ఉండేది. ఇప్పుడు సినిమాలలో లాస్ట్ పెళ్ళైనట్టు ఏమి చూపించారు, బట్ ఇన్ దోస్ డేస్ దేర్ యూస్ టు బి, దేర్ మస్ట్ బి దట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ సీన్ ఎట్ ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద, అలా హీరో హీరోయిన్ మెడలో తాళి కట్టకపోతే సినిమానే కాదు. సో ద పీపుల్ డిడ్ నాట్ యాక్సెప్ట్ దట్, దట్స్ వై నో, సో ది ఎండింగ్ వాజ్ ఎ రొమాంటిక్ క్లిషే. And here, avoid cliches in creative writing. So you have to avoid cliches in creative writing. So when you are writing something new, something creative, you should not make use of the expressions or the ideas that are used by many people. అనేకులు వాడినటువంటి మాటలను ఐడియాలను మళ్ళీ నీ దాంట్లో కూడా వాడుతుంది. క్రియేటివ్ రైటింగ్ ఎలా అవుతుంది? So that's why, so in your creative writing there should not be cliches. That's why you should avoid them. So whatever it is, cliche means you have now understood that. Now you move on to the 50th one, eureka. It's a Greek word, okay? Eureka. Archimedes said this word, eureka. Eureka means what? Eureka means I have found it. I have found it. నేను కనుగొన్నాను. Archimedes said this one, I have found it. Eureka. So nowadays, you know, people are making use of this eureka extensively. Even in some Chiranjeev's film also there is some song, Eureka Takka Mika song is there. Eureka. So I have found it. I have found it. Okay, Eureka. And Archimedes shouted Eureka after his discovery. The same example is given here. He shouted Eureka, yes. And you go to the next one. I had a Eureka moment. Eureka moment means here, I have found it moment means a happy moment while solving the puzzle. You are solving the puzzle and you have got the answer for that. Okay, and then what is that moment? That is a Eureka moment. నేను కనుగొన్నాను అనేటటువంటి ఆ క్షణము, ఆ సమయము. Right, you move on to the next one. And the 51 here is, you know, co-jury. 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 Co-jury means on what charge? On what charge? ఏ నేరము మీద? Co-jury. Okay, and here co-jury, have you suspended him? ఏ నేరం మీద అతను నీవు సస్పెండ్ చేశావు? Co-jury. Okay, now let's move on to learn about other important foreign phrases. 52nd one, status quo. Status quo, I think I have already given in the second video, but again it is repeated. Don't worry about that. You know very well, status quo means the existing state of affairs. Okay, the existing state of affairs. So that is the meaning of that status quo. It's a very important one from your examination point of view. And here you pay attention. The court has ordered that status quo be maintained. So the court says that the status quo, that means the existing state of affairs should be maintained as it is. So, for example, Hydra is there in Hyderabad. It has become ready to demolish some building. So immediately the owner of the building goes to court and gets some stay order. And then what happens? It is status quo. That means, you know, it should be kept as it is. okay, without demolishing it or without doing anything. Status quo is granted to that building. So that means the existing state of affairs. So here the court has ordered that status quo be maintained. So the status quo should be maintained. And here you pay attention. So here 53rd one is there, nota bene. Nota bene. Nota bene means what? Note well. Note well. Note bene means note well. బాగా గమనించండి. Okay, note well. Note well. You note well. Note bene. It is written in the short way like this. Okay. N dot B dot. N dot B dot means it is nota bene. So while reading this, you must say note well, nota bene. All questions are compulsory. So in the books it is written like this. Nota bene. All questions are compulsory. And here 54th one, par excellence. Par excellence means of high excellence. Okay, of high excellence, or in other words unique, అసమానమైన, ఉత్కృష్టమైన. That's the best Telugu word I can give for this. Par excellence means ఉత్కృష్టమైన, అత్యంత గొప్పనైన. That's the Telugu meaning of that. And here his performance was par excellence. His performance in the examination was par excellence. Exam లో వాడి యొక్క పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ చాలా అద్భుతంగా ఉంది అని చెప్పాలి. సో హిజ్ పెర్ఫార్మెన్స్ వాస్ ఫార్ ఎక్సలెన్స్ ఇన్ ద ఎగ్జామినేషన్, వాట్ వేర్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్. ఓకే, అండ్ యూ గో టు ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్, 55th వన్, ప్రైమా ఫెషి. ఫెషి, ప్రైమా ఫెషి, షా 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 ఈ షి, ప్రైమా ఫెషి ఆర్ ప్రైమా ఫ్యాసి. Two pronunciations are mentioned here, prima facie, prima facie, prima facie. Facie, facie. Prima is common in two pronunciations. Okay, and prima facie means what? Prima facie means at the first view. At the first view. At the first view means what? Chuchi chudagane. Ala chudagane. That is the meaning of that. Prima facie, there is no case against him. So prima facie has also got one more meaning, obviously. Obviously means స్పష్టంగా, విశదంగా. చూస్తూనే ఉంటే తెలుస్తుందయ్యా వాడు తప్పు చేయలేదన్న తెలిసిపోతూనే ఉంది. సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్ యూ సే సమ్ టైమ్స్. సో ప్రైమా ఫెషి, obviously there is no case against him. So these are all very important. Now you move on to learn about the foreign phrases that are mentioned on the last slide. Pro forma. Pro forma means in a formal way. In a formal way, right? So that is the meaning of this pro forma. So one example is given here. He has invited us only pro forma. Only pro forma means as a formality. As a formality. In other words, you can say as a formality. Either formality kosam mammalni pilchadra. Sometimes you happen to say that. So here he has invited us only pro forma, for we have no personal relations. Okay, we have no deep or close personal relationship, and that's why we are invited only as a formality. That is the meaning. You go to the 57th one, sine die. Sine die means what? What is that? Sine die means indefinitely. Indefinitely. Indefinitely means niravadikanga, not to be mentioned the time, indefinitely. Okay, one example I would like to give. The university has been closed sine die. The university has been closed sine die. Sine die means indefinitely, and no date is mentioned when that university is going to reopen. So that date is not, reopening date is not mentioned. It is closed, that's all. It's sine die, indefinitely. Niravadikanga. Niravadikanga, Telugu meaning. And you go to the next one, ultra vires. Ultra vires. You see, vires, ultra vires. Ultra vires means what? Against law or against authority. So ultra vires means against law or against authority. One example is given here. The orders of the vice chancellor have been declared ultra vires, against the law, against authority by the high court. ఆ వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ ఇచ్చినటువంటి ఆర్డర్ ఏంటి, చట్టానికి వ్యతిరేకంగా ఉన్నాయి, అధికారానికి వ్యతిరేకంగా ఉన్నాయని హైకోర్టు మరి ప్రకటించింది. సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్. సో నౌ లెట్స్ మూవ్ ఆన్ టు లెర్న్ అబౌట్ ద లాస్ట్ ఫారెన్ ఫ్రేజెస్ మెన్షన్డ్ ఆన్ ద లాస్ట్ స్లైడ్. 59th one, the last but one is via media. Via media means middle course. Okay, middle course. That is via media, madhya margamu, something like that. There is no via media between hard labor and success. So between hard labor and success, there is no any via media. There is no any middle course. మధ్య మార్గం అంటూ ఏమీ లేదు. హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేస్తేనే సక్సెస్ కావాలంటే హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేయాల్సిందే. సో దట్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఫోర్ there is no via media between these two things, right? And you go to the last foreign phrase, that is viva voce. Viva voce. Viva voce is also there. Viva voce is also there. Two kinds of pronunciations are there. Viva voce means orally మౌఖికమైన oral. Viva voce. Okay, right? One example I would like to give you here. The viva voce test. Viva voce test means the oral test is going to be held tomorrow. So in this way, these are all foreign phrases, very, very important for your DSC examination. Please watch the second video and this third video, and then you try to answer the exercise I am going to give you now. Okay, as I am going to give you as many as 30 questions in this exercise, you please answer all of them. Okay, whenever you are thorough in the second and third videos, then automatically you can answer all these questions very easily, right? And now let's move on to solve the exercise. Multiple choice questions. Okay, now I read out the questions for you. Please try to answer all of them. The company formed an dash committee to deal with the emergency. Please look at the question. So options are given like this: pro bono, ad hoc, vice versa, bona fide. You move on to the next question. She donated a large sum to her dash. Okay, here alma mater, coup d'etat, nom de plume, persona non grata. Okay, these are the options. You choose the correct one. Now let's move on to other questions. Third question: he acts like a dash and expects everyone to follow him. Okay, what are the options given here? Tabula rasa, paparazzi, prima donna, maestro. Fourth question: the proposal was rejected dash. Ad infinitum, per capita, in toto, etc. Fifth question: she repeated the instructions dash. Status quo, fait accompli, verbatim, or wire. Sixth question: he works as a lawyer but also takes many dash cases to help the poor. Pro bono, vice versa, sine qua non, savoir faire. Seventh question: I had a strange feeling of dash when I entered the room. Deja vu, coup d'etat, ad hoc, zeitgeist. The economic strategy was a complete shift from the previous dash. Savoir faire, status quo, per capita, tabula rasa. Ninth question: the lawyer shouted dash and admitted his mistake in court. Mea culpa, ad hoc, caveat emptor, bon voyage. The artist's style was considered very dash for his time. Ad infinitum, avant-garde, nom de plume, cliché. 11th question: the country's dash income rose due to increased exports. Pro bono, per capita, en route, sine qua non. 12th question: the actor uses a dash to publish his poetry. Carte blanche, nom de plume, paparazzi, zeitgeist. 13th one: she greeted us with a smile and said dash. Joie de vivre, ad infinitum, arwire, fait accompli. Everyone boarded the bus and left dash. En masse, en route, per capita, sine qua non. 15th question: we are dash to the conference hall. In camera, en route, ad hoc, in toto. 16th one: trust is the dash of any good partnership. Sine qua non, ad hoc, bon voyage, status quo. 17th one: a peaceful protest turned into a violent dash. Tabula rasa, coup d'etat, savoir faire, vice versa. 18th question. She handled the awkward guest with perfect dash. Savoir-faire, paparazzi, ad infinitum, au revoir. 19th one. The film was a dash that captured the mood of a generation. Cliché, fait accompli, zeitgeist, coup d'etat. 20th one. The military hearing was conducted dash to protect national secrets. De facto, in camera, per capita, vice versa. 21st question. The situation is not at a final, it is not a dash. Fait accompli, persona non grata, tour de force, carpe diem. His writing style is full of dash and lacks originality. Tour de force, cliches, alter ego, ad hoc. 23rd one. He had a sudden eureka moment while solving the dash. Formula, performance, paper, puzzle. 24th one. The paparazzi are always chasing celebrities to get dash. Savoir-faire, coup d'etat, tabula rasa, photographs. 25th one. She lives life with a complete dash. Nothing seems to worry her. What are the options given here? Joie de vivre, caveat emptor, sine qua non, verbatim. 26th one. The instructions clearly stated dash. No answer should be left blank. Vice versa, prima facie, nota bene, ultra vires. 27th question. His painting was a masterpiece, dash truly beyond comparison. Co jury, par excellence, status quo, sub judice. 28th one. Dash evidence suggests that the accused is innocent. Prima facie, pro forma, viva voce, vox populi. 29th one. He extended the invitation only dash. He did not expect us to attend. Ultra vires, via media, pro forma, sine die. 30th one. Dash, did you punish the student without a proper inquiry? Co jury, status quo, nota bene, prima facie. 31st one. The court instructed both parties to maintain the dash until the next hearing. Via media, status quo, viva voce, vice versa. 32nd one. The meeting was adjourned dash due to the strike. Pro forma, prima facie, sine die, ultra vires. 33rd one. Since the matter is dash, we cannot discuss it publicly. Vox populi, vox dei, sub judice, vice versa, sine die. Last but one. The chancellor's decision was declared dash by the court because it exceeded his authority. Ultra vires, nota bene, prima facie, par excellence. 35th one. To reach success, there is no dash. One must work hard consistently. Vice versa, via media, sine die, co jury. So with this small exercise will come to an end. Now let us look at the answers for all these questions. Answers. These are the answers for the questions from 1 to 10. These are the answers for the questions from 11 to 20. These are the answers for the questions from 21 to 30. These are the answers for the questions for 31 to 35. With this small video will come to an end. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hello, dear DSC candidates. Thank you so much for watching this third part of the foreign phrases video. And if you have any problem in understanding any of the foreign phrases that I have explained in this video, please make a mention of it in the comment section. And with another beautiful video, I shall be back to you. Until then, bye. See you, all of you.